What's going on, YouTube world? This is your guy, Sealz, the man, and I am back with a nighttime edition episode. And as you see, I'm sitting down because I just want to talk with y'all one-on-one. I just want to talk with y'all and just chat about people, you know? And I feel like everybody needs to know this, right? So before I get started, I hope all of y'all are okay. And once again, thank you for supporting me, watching my videos. And if you haven't, make sure you subscribe. Check out my content. I think you'll like it. All right. So let's get straight to it. There are 5 types of people that you need in your life. You must have these 5 types. And after this video, I want y'all to look around and see if you have these 5 types. And even if you don't have all of these 5 types, see if you have some of these, because those are the angels from heaven, God sent, right? Do not abuse these type of people. Do not take advantage of these people because they are hard to find. They are gifts, all right? So I just want to talk with y'all and tell y'all my opinion on the 5 types of people you need in your life, especially with men, all right? So the first type of person is the person who is unapologetically honest, but also knows how to communicate it. Right? There's a difference between being brutally honest, 100% thorough, and not knowing how to communicate it to people, right? I've come across a lot of people, most of them being in my family, that were very honest, that had their best in mind when they told me things I needed to work on, or things they recognized, or whatever the case. But some of them just didn't know how to communicate it. And as my grandma says, it's not what you say, it's how you say it, right? People who are honest usually don't know how to filter it, or not, I don't want to say sugarcoat it, but dress it up in a fashion or a uniform that will suit you, right? Honesty doesn't look the same to all people, even though honesty is honesty. It is what it is with honesty, right? 1 + 1 = 2, right? But to different people, everyone's unique and everyone takes in information differently. So for me, back in the day, I used to take offense to people who would tell me honest things and things I needed to hear, but didn't know how to address me. So if you have this person in your life, and most likely it'll be in your family, honest people who knows how to communicate it with you because they know you. They are thoughtful enough to know how how you are and how you take information, but still give you the honest God-given truth. Those are people you want to keep forever. Never let them go, because this world is full of lies. It's full of people with motives, people trying to hurt you or trying to scheme on you. So when you have someone who honestly has your back, keep them. All right. So the second type of person that you need in your life is the person who has your back when you're not around. Let me say that again. The person who has your back when you're not around, when you're not present. You know, something that used to make me really want to learn more about people. So there was this person back in the day, I ain't gonna say no names, and a former friend, and you'll see why in a little bit. I remember they told me one day, so-and-so was talking about you. And I was sitting there like, why are they talking about Sealz like that? I just don't understand. And as they were telling me this story, I was sitting there wondering, first of all, I was saying it in my head, first of all, why are they comfortable enough to tell you about me? Especially when it's supposedly not good things. And second of all, what did you say back to them? Because I know how people work. I'm a peopleologist. I made that word up in a video I did before in the past. But I'm a peopleologist, so I study people. So I know people don't tell people things unless there's feedback, unless there's give and take, because otherwise you would be talking to a wall, right? You have to be comfortable enough to have that kind of conversation, that type of private conversation with someone, right? So I was thinking, why are they comfortable enough to talk to you about me? And y'all know the answer, right? It's because they were talking about me too. I just want to bring up that story because people who don't have your back will always leave clues. They will always show themselves eventually. Their true colors will shine eventually. And as I say in all my videos, make sure y'all pay attention. Look at the little things, because the little details are just as big as the big details. Because big details are made of little details. there's always a trail, always. And then I'm sure a lot of y'all lost friends, and you look back like, dang, the clues were they were all around us. The clues were there in front of my face, and I did not see it because I was so ingrained into our friendship. You know what I'm saying? So the person who has your back when you're not around is most likely not going to tell you that someone's talking about you to them, because that would not be the situation, because most cases they're going to handle that right there. First of all, they're going to be like, hold on, you're not going to talk about Sealz to me. That's my best friend, or that's my brother, or that's family. You're not going to do that. This ain't that type of party, right? You're going to defend me when I'm not around. You're going to defend my name when I'm not around, and not just in front of my face, right? The best friends are those who defend you when you're not around. So if you have that friend, keep them around, right? The third type of person that you need in your life is the person who doesn't base their love off of what you can do for them. Now, if you look around, you will see a lot of people in relationships based on what they can do for each other. And sometimes, most times, it's one way. It's either the man is dependent on a woman, or the woman is dependent on a man. But it gets really toxic when they're dependent on each other and not loving each other, right? And that is why you see a lot of relationships fail. That is why you see a lot of friendships fail, because when they are used up, when they've used up the person enough to the point that they can't help them any longer, where they got to a point where they don't need help any longer, or the person doesn't want to help that person any longer, it ends. Whatever they had ends, because it was based on what one person could do for the other. It wasn't based on love. It wasn't based on respect. It wasn't based on dignity. It wasn't based on any of that. It was based on what you can do for me. And people who base their love on what someone can do for them is presenting a fake love. That ain't love. I want you to think about this. Think about someone, it could be anybody, relative, friend, whatever. Someone you're helping right now, and think, if you were to stop your services to them or stop helping them, would they still be there for you? After all the things you've done for them through the years, through the headache and the trauma and the selfishness that you presented to this person, if you were to stop, would they be there for you? Would they still be there for you? And would they still love you? Some of y'all are probably a little questionable right now about that person, right? So if you're questionable, there's a reason for that doubt. There has been clues that are leading you to this questionable mindset about this person. Would they be there if you stopped? Now, I'm not saying you need to befriend them or any of that. I'm just trying to open up your minds to how easy it is for a relationship or a friendship to end, and how it happens every day because someone got mad because they stopped helping them or doing something that they've gotten used to or accustomed to. When you stop sacrificing yourself and your time and your energy to help this person, now they caught an attitude. Now they're done with you. After all you've done for them, pay attention to that. So if you come across a person, if you know a person who based their love and not based it on what they can do for you or what you can do for them, that's real love. Keep them. The fourth type of person that you need in your life is what I call a safe haven. This world is mad. This world is crazy. As my grandma says, we are living in the last days and revelations. And as I watch the news and even go outside, I'm starting to believe it, man. It's crazy out here. Because the world is so crazy, because the world around us is burning and sin is prevailing and people are just not caring about anybody but themselves, so they do things because they want to. You always need a place to get away from that madness. And sometimes the best place is in a person. This person doesn't have to be your loved one. This person doesn't have to be someone you know in and out. But this person is your safe haven. Do you have a safe haven? Do you have a safe haven in a person? Someone you could come to when the world is around you is burning. Someone you could come to when your life is just, the tribulations are just running rampant. Someone you can go to who will listen to you and not just talk you to death. Someone you can go to who will not judge you. Do you have that type of person? I'm here to tell you that is one of the most important, essential people to have in your life, because they will bring you balance. And I truly believe that these type of people are God sent. Also want you to pay attention to people in regards to Knowing the difference between a safe haven and someone who is tolerating you, right? There are certain people that you may vent to, talk about your life to, look for answers, unbiased perspectives and opinions to help you. But you gotta be careful who you vent to, right? Because some people are just tolerating you. They're doing it just to not make you mad, but they're not doing it for the betterment of you. Another case is some people are using your information that you're telling them to use it against you one day. You got to be careful about people's motives. But in a safe haven, a person is someone you can wholeheartedly trust. A world away from your world. Who is that? Do you have that person in your life? We all need a safe haven in a person because they can save your life. The fifth type of person that you need in your life is a prayer warrior and a worker of faith. I say it all the time. This is one of my most popular lines that I use, right? I don't know where I would be without my grandmother's prayers. And I totally mean that because my grandma has prayed it for me since the day I was born until my older age now. She doesn't stop praying. You need someone to pray for you. And it doesn't matter if you're not religious. It doesn't matter if you don't believe in God or whatever it is. I'm not here to judge. But you need someone who is going to pour into you, that are going to use their faith to help you, that are going to send you good energy. You need someone who's going to look out for you spiritually because this world is not just physical. You need someone who's going to take time out of their day or night and hope the best for you. Pray for your health and your wealth. You need someone who's going to want the best for you because sometimes these prayer warriors, these workers of faith, want more from you than you want from your own self. Isn't it funny how sometimes you don't even know that you're not wanting enough for yourself? And that's what leads us to some of the decisions we make in life. Until you meet a prayer warrior, a worker of faith, who talks to you, who pours into you, and you realize, man, I don't want enough for myself. Clearly, they want more from me than I want for myself. I got to change that. That conversation with a prayer warrior will change your life. It will expand your perspective. You need a prayer warrior. You need a worker of faith because they are in the back. They are behind the curtains. They're the ones that's making it happen and you're not even knowing of it. Things just happen. You're wondering like, man, how did that happen? How did I get this? How did I get that? It's because someone's praying for you, whether you acknowledge it or not. So be cognizant of that, all right? So I hope you enjoy my 5 types of people that you need in your life. And I wish y'all a good night. Peace and blessings. I will see y'all in my next video. Goodbye.